I got a bunch of Purdue guys. Number 5, Steve Reed, super sub. His claim to fame was he was a guy shooting free throws and Bobby Knight threw the chair on the court back in the early 80s.
If you can get Bobby Knight to throw a chair, you must be doing something pretty...
He just kind of looks over like, what the heck? Brian Cardinal, now that's my Eduardo Najera pick.
Okay.
Guy kind of thorn on the side, just wine.
Gotta hate the whiners. You gotta hate the whiners.
And then Robbie Hummel, a guy from Purdue today, he's number 5. They're all tied on there. Now I've got a couple at-large bids in this number 5 also. Dan Palambizio, you old-time, long-time Hawk fans will know that name. He's tied with Jim Bain. Jim Bain, he didn't play for Purdue, but he was refereeing a game and he called a foul on Kevin Boyle, and they let Dan Palambizio shoot some free throws to beat Iowa.
Wow.
Terrible call. And then Jim Bain sued an Iowa fan that drew T-shirts of him with a noose around his neck.
Nice.
And Dan Palambizio went and transferred to Ball State and led the nation in scoring.
Interesting. And Chuck doesn't like you.
I don't, but I still remember you for some freaking reason.
Probably because you don't like him.
Probably.
Guess what?
KU.
Scott Pollard.
Ugh.
You have made the list at number 5. You're goofy and you're white again. All I can say is, you were... when he started maybe the Birdman look. Birdman, if you know what I'm talking about, Denver Nuggets, Chris Anderson, okay, Birdman. Scott Pollard was kind of that Birdman once he went to the pros. But Scott Pollard, I couldn't stand you, your shaved head, or your goatee. Scott Pollard, you're on the list. KU, once again, you're on the list.
I wish I had my car keys out. His number 4 is Deion Thomas. He's going to Iowa. Bruce Pearl had a little audio tape going. Then he went to Illinois. He got cars from Jimmy Collins. I don't like you, Deion Thomas. Never have. Probably won't ever.
I'm sensing a little theme with you, too, and that's people that backed out of Iowa.
Yeah, there's a car. I could have had about 47 of them, but no one wants to hear about Johnny Fort. So
you know what? I will add one towards the end.
Sweet.
Okay, I just got one to add.
Yeah.
So this we'll have a little fun with that one. Number 4 on my list. He very well could have been number 1 for me, but he dropped to number 4.
Jared Haas.
And I don't really have a very good idea or a good reason why. But Jeff Boschee.
Oh.
Jeff Boschee, the guy was this little pretty boy thing. I mean, he'd have gel in his hair for basketball games, and just when you think you had a chance to beat KU, Jeff Boschee hits a 3-pointer. He has no business hitting. He says he has no business playing on a KU team, but he does. He has no business.
No.
He had no business playing for KU. You weren't good enough to play for KU, but you did, and you killed people.
The only business he has is being on our list.
Yes. I don't like you, Jeff Boschee. I always sat there and was like, oh, Boschee. And I still don't think you should have ever played for KU. You weren't good enough, but man, you made some damage. Good job out of you for ending up on my list.
Number 3, Penn State. I could have chose about 20 of you Penn State guys, but I would decide to go with anyone with the last name of Crispin. Oh, hate. H-A-T-E-C-R-I-S-P-I-N. That's how I spell it.
Don't like the Crispins.
No. Bah.
Fair enough.
That's all I gotta say.
Wow. One name sums up like 3 players. You gotta love that. Number 3 on my list. Another tandem. Kirk Heinrich, Nick Collison. A couple of Iowa boys went down there. KU once again. Went down there. Roy Williams, taking them away again. Bah. They're on my list. Kirk Heinrich should have been at Iowa State. Nick Collison, who knows where you would have ended up. But man, you guys went down to Kansas. You lost 5 straight to the state of Iowa in terms of Iowa State and Iowa.
One of my favorite moments was I was at that Iowa game.
And then you go on and do really well after that. So he did well those years too, but guys, you shouldn't have left the state of Iowa. You should have done something different. Kirk Heinrich, Nick Collison, KU, once again, you guys made number 3.
My number 2 is a guy that'll never get a drink bought for him in the state of Iowa, and that's Daryl Thomas. the '87 championship Indiana team. I drew a reenactment of Brad Lohaus getting his nose broken.
If you can see that,
by
it's
Joe
about the
Thomas.
best drawing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm going to autograph this later. We might auction this off the end of the year.
We might pay you to take it.
Yeah, we may. We'll auction it between ourselves.
All right. Number 2 on my list. KU. Eric Chenowworthless. I can't stand you. I loathe you. You thought Eduardo Nahara was bad at whining? You were the worst. You were worthless. Eric Chenoweth. There is no way that I would ever even let you buy me a drink. I wouldn't let you buy me a house, buy me a car. I wouldn't ever have a conversation with you.
He would complain if he had not enough ice cubes in his drink.
Oh.
He would complain about anything.
I'm sure there are tons of Cyclone fans out there right now just hipping and hollering that he made this list. Number 2, everyone's out there saying, why isn't he number 1? Every single team in the Big 12 could not stand you, Eric Chenowworthless.
Yeah.
Another big white guy from KU.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Good.
So, number 1.
And this is a great pick. Everyone watching this video, Cyclone fans, Hawkeye fans, we will all rejoice when he shows up this pick.
I went out of the norm. I tried to get at least someone from every Big Ten team. In some cases, there's extras. But hey, this guy sums up the whole conference. Ed Hightower, number 1 most hated guy. Iowa has, in the last 10 to 12 years, a winning percentage. I'm going to go with around 565. That's their career winning percentage last 12 years. In Ed Hightower games, it's 500. Coincidence? I think not.
I think everyone can back behind that pick, Chuck.
I don't like Ed Hightower. I don't care if we're like 4-time superintendent of the year.
I don't think too many people in the state of Iowa like you.
No!
I agree. Number 1 pick, Big 12. You guys are all waiting for it. David Harrison.
Oh.
The Colorado Mugger.
Oh.
I will never ever forget, Jared Homan, you are my hero, when you went after David Harrison. That was fantastic. David Harrison, you've made the top on my list because you're such an idiot. And I don't like you.
Capital I, idiot.
Yes. Just a complete idiot, and I don't like you.
So if you've got your own picks, send them to us. That was very good. Maybe we can do some coaches sometime,
Coaches would be good.
National players. Maybe we should do players we love.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we do people from Iowa State or Iowa that have drove us nuts over the years.
Final thought from CyHawkThoughts. It's going to be weird to say, but you did it. You did it once, so I'm going to do this. I've got 2 guys that are on the Big 12 that I can't stand, and both of them went to Iowa State. Can you name them?
You got 2 guys.
2 guys that played for Iowa State. They're on my... If I had to go up to 15 instead of 12, they'd be on my list.
Oh, and they're Iowa State dudes. They didn't transfer anything. They're just Iowa State dudes.
No, they did some transfer.
Transferred
They
away
played for
Iowa State.
If you can't get one, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
I'll be way... The one dude that I can think of is the guy that went to Mississippi State, the blonde-haired kid.
I don't mind Shane Power for that.
I like Shane Power.
I do. I like Shane Power. My 2. Wes Johnson, off to Syracuse.
Oh.
Don't like you, Wes Johnson. Don't like you at all. Do not like you at all.
What's he doing these days?
Playing for Minnesota.
He's working at Sonic?
No, he's playing for Minnesota. I think he starts...
The Lynx?
Yeah. Number 1, Adam Haleska. Adam Haleska. You leave Iowa State, you're in the starting lineup, what is going wrong? And you go to Iowa, and then you're a thorn in our side at Iowa, our arch rival. Thank you, Adam Hluska.
Alex Thompson, thanks for going to Iowa State and leaving Iowa. I appreciate
Alex
all those minutes you got. Because you weren't going to get him in Iowa, which you would have, because we needed you. But like, oh, I'll go Iowa State. And really, he lit it up, didn't he?
He had like
10 total points.
I think he had 3 good games.
Against the Latvian Nationals.
Yeah.
Well, we ran a little long in this version of CyHawkThoughts, but that was fun.
Did we go over our time limit?
Yeah, by about 9 minutes.
Wow, on the second segment?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of a... I'm going to have a little more work cut out for me. Final note, what do you think of Linsanity?
That's a great question. I'm a little nervous about it. I think a lot of people are comparing it to Fernando Mania, Tebow Mania. He's played in 5 games, which 5 games out of a 66-game season is very inconsequential. They're comparing it to Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner did this over a whole season. Let's get a bigger segment here to choose from. Let's get all the rest of the Knicks in there, because you've got some people that kill ball movement on that team.
Oh, yeah.
And
Carmelo.
yeah. Hi, I'm just going to hold the ball. Oh, wait, there's 2 on the clock. I'll shoot. Yeah, it's not going to last. It's too bad because he's a great kid and he's smart.
He's a smart kid from Harvard. Very happy to see him doing well. I think if you're gonna make some noise in the big at the big level in the NBA, he's doing it the right way right off the bat. For 5 games, I will take a 5-game stretch like that to get the ball rolling. Whether it lasts or not.
He's played like 38 games before. These are his 5 games he started.
3 minutes a game.
Yeah. If he was in Sacramento doing this, no one would know. That's the only other thing I don't like about it is if he was somewhere else.
But I mean, you can see
he's doing good.
If he has 3 points or 3 minutes, and then 5 minutes, and then 0, then 7, then 0, then 2, then 0, then 0, then 4, then 8, then 5, then 0. You never get. You get him 30 minutes a game. The guy can put up some numbers.
You know who also put up some good numbers when he got some playing time?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
I will. Icky Woods.
Icky Woods.
What's he doing? He didn't do much after a while.
I don't even know who Icky Woods is.
He did the Icky Shovel.
That's Icky Woods?
That's Icky Woods.
I learned something new today, folks.
Jeez. I forget you're not really much on the 80s, so it... but you were like 8, 7,
what
6,
what year?
4, 88.
I would have been 8.
Yeah, 8.
7 or 8. Where'd he play?
Icky Woods. He played college ball at UNLV before he went to the Bengals.
See, now we're on football.
Because
UNLV football at 8 years old? I think not. Anyway, I think that'll sum it up for this week. Thank you for putting up with it. A little bit of a longer show. KU made the top 12 quite a bit. And the other 3 that
they just scored again.
They did.
Jared Haas made the show.
Yes, Roy Williams, Bill Self, Danny Manning,
yeah,
Smith,
we didn't even do
Dog Allen. Let's just keep going. I love KU.
Mark Turgeon.
Oh yeah.
Didn't like that guy.
Wayne Simeon, Keith Langford.